What's going on, guys? It's a little gloomy, rainy day out here in the loo, but hey, we got the shop, so we're working. So this is the video I've been telling you guys about. You guys have been asking for. I pray that these windows are easy for me to do this, but we will be tinting today, and I will be showing you guys kind of my step-by-step process of how I do everything. Now, I'm obviously gonna tweak stuff, as time goes on, but this will be like the first tinting video I'll have out fully, just nothing but tint video on this channel, so I'm super excited about it. I've got this, I believe it's an 04 Honda Element behind me. As you can see, it's already got the factory tint on there, and the customer wants to kind of match that going over the front two windows. So we actually did a full detail on this thing, so you guys can check that out. See, honestly, love working on these types of vehicles. I believe you got the Honda Element and then the Toyota Fiji or whatever it's called, but those two types of vehicles have those vinyl flooring in there, and it's like perfect. You just literally, like, you can power wash that damn thing if you want to, scrub the floors and then throw some, dressing or not on there, whatever you prefer. But I did not know, and I'm not even gonna say jealous, but I would have loved to practice on this windshield because, look, this thing is inside the car. Usually they're on the windshield. You have to work around them, or in the more expensive cars that are newer today, they'll have like this big clunky thing right here, and it's like all digitized and a bunch of, mechanical stuff. But this thing is literally on the roof of the car, so the windshield is just free. So if you ever get to tint one of these these windshields, hey, but that's gotta be the easiest thing in the world. But anyway, we got this in here. So I gotta go in here. I've already got it pulled up, but the plotter that I'm using right here, this is a Graphtec FC9000. So this is the big boy. This is the brand new, shebang. Look at me, I'm throwing my money in your face, but yeah, this is around like $7,000 to get. $7,000 and some change. This is I want to say this is the 64 or 65 inch. I believe the highest one is around like 75 or something, or 72 inches. So this is just a step down from that. And that bad boy was like, I want to say almost like $12,000 in today's market, with shipping and stuff. But these things, they ship pretty fast because you're paying a lot of money to get it there. And you might want to have one or two people, kind of help you set this thing up. I'll probably just drop that video of me building it. If you haven't seen it already, if it's your first time on this channel, take a look at some of my other videos. You might like it, you might not, I don't know. Leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down, I don't care. We going. So anyway, I got the Graphtec plotter right here. Why did I get this plotter? Because it's the Mercedes-Benz of plotters, and you gotta have the nicest stuff to be charging the nicest amount. So I want to charge the correct amount. I don't want to be out here lowballing myself or even investing my time and my money into something like this, because I could have put it somewhere else. But I decided to go ahead, reinvest into the business, and go ahead get this side popping. This machine though, guys, is almost, look at it as an investment for sure, because this machine can do a ton of things. I'm talking, you can cut wood on here and like make designs. You can cut, what's the plastic sheeting? I can't even, plexiglass on here. Obviously that depends on what type of blade you got in here, but dude, you can make shirts and, hats and stuff. Obviously you need like a heat press and all that other stuff, but you can literally design this. Those Hellcats and, you know, Trackhawks that you see with the big logo on the side of the car, you can cut it on here, cut vinyl on here, you can cut PPF on here. Oh, I pray maybe within a year I'm gonna learn some PPF and add that to the business as well, because that is a money maker in the car industry. If you don't know about PPF, aka paint protection film, it's a money maker out here, man, I'm telling you. But anyway, back to this video. That's just a little side chat. Anyway, I got the Graphtec loaded up. Obviously, you guys have to watch a video on how to tune it and whatnot. My wife actually tuned this, so I didn't have to do any, you know, looking at any manuals or doing a deep dive in here, but she tuned it up, and I just came in and said, hey, show me what to do, basically. But anyway, I've got my things right here. I've already got my film rolled up in here, as you can see. I'll bring you around back. Now this right here is carbon 20. This is 20% carbon on a 60-inch roll. And you can see, like I said, this is a 65, I believe, machine. And now that I got the 60 in here, I'm not gonna lie. For the windows, unless you're like rotating the film and all that jazz and cutting out damn near a full car on here, is kind of like pointless, I guess, to have the 60-inch roll. I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys have plotter, if you guys have this plotter or another plotter out there that's, you know, 65 inches long. Let me know, because I honestly think I might just switch to a 40-inch roll, just, you know, in the future purposes when I run out of this. So yeah, I got this roll in 60 inches, 60 by 100. So carbon 20%, we're about to go in here. Now this software that I am using is right here. Let me flip you guys around actually. So as you can see, this is software that I'm using right here. I have this old Windows computer, HP NV, that's what it is. I got all my settings ready to go. And yeah, so the software I'm using is DigiCut. And the reason why I went with DigiCut is because I'm new to the business. It's fairly cheap. It's fairly a good entry price if you want to get into, you know, window tinting and, you know, software and stuff. You can obviously do window tint by hand if you wanted to. I just don't want to waste the time, so why not invest it in other things? This is a computer. Good rule of thumb: don't have this computer be your home computer either, just in case something happens. You always just want to have a Tint computer, and these HPs are pretty cheap. If you want to invest in a new one, you can. I actually got this one for free, so yay me. But yeah, I just solely use this one. Now this software actually can go to iOS and Mac, so you can use it on there. Most of these plotters, they kind of work off of, you know, HPs and Windows computers, so keep that in mind. Whatever software you're thinking about getting, there's a ton of softwares out there. I believe around maybe 10 or so, but this one just for the tint. And I will say that each software offers you know, different pricing for different things. So if you want to do tint and PPF, then you'll have to buy that, you know, and that could be $200 something. And then for vinyl, obviously you have to buy a whole nother software for that. But with most of these softwares out here, they offer tint and PPF prices, or both of the prices combined. Me, I chose DigiCut because obviously it's user friendly. It's a cheap entry price, around $100 or so. And then you can obviously put the VIN number in there. So what I did, type Tint, put Tint in there, and it also has a drop down for PPF, but I didn't pay for that again. And then it pre-populates that car. So it's a 2004 Honda Element. It already knows that, and then it pre-populated all of its windows. So you can see you got the back glass, you got the left, the right, the rear quarter, the rear vent left, and then you got the rear vent left and right on the car. So you can cut them separately or you can cut it together. So see, this one is together right here, and then these are separate. So right now I have the front roll up. You can see that front roll ups left and the right. I could cut these out separately like above, but like I said, I got 60 inches on here, so it'd be pointless for me to cut one window and it just be this side. Then I'll have all this extra left over. That's kind of where you kind of run into with the 60-inch rolls, I feel like. That's why I have so much left over down here. And then sometimes you might mess up, you know, so you definitely gotta play with this. You gotta have the right blade in there. It's a 30 degree, so I'll always, don't buy no knockoff blades, just buy the ones that they make for the Graphtec. These things are like at least close to $200, these blades. So obviously, like I said, this is a Mercedes of plotters. You gotta pay that price, especially with the software too, it's monthly. So at least if you knock out one car and you're charging at least, you know, $200, you should be pretty good. I mean, $180 to $200, you should be, one car will at least pay for your software. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. So I already have this window selected. All I have to do, I have my rollers and stuff pinching down on the film. My machine is already on, I already got it set. We've got the origin set, and so now we are gonna hit the cut button and you will be able to see what it's gonna do. Now, these plotters do come with this basket I really don't use, but you can in a way. I'm not too sure. I don't know if I like it yet to be using it like this, so I just kind of let my film drop down here. And I know a lot of the guys, you know, the pros that I see, they'll have their plotter hooked up and they'll have kind of like a table or so. I would probably suggest that if you have the room right now. I got my my little standalone wall. I took it down so I can shoot this video so you guys can see better. But the film does slope down and it might, you know, touch the floor or touch whatever you have right there. Just keep that in mind. Just try to like grab it and lift it up as it's cutting. And I'll kind of show you that, guys, that here in a second. Okay guys, so right now I'm gonna show you guys, all I'm gonna do is pretty much, since everything's already set up, I'm gonna hit this cut button and then it's gonna turn on and it's gonna start cutting. And obviously, like I said, I'm gonna like kind of hold the film up from touching anything or dropping. So this is kind of how it looks. Here we go. All right, now that you guys saw a cut in real time, real speed, I think you can speed this up a little bit more, but I like it where it's at right now. So usually what I'll do, and this is kind of what I'll do, my next step will be, since we can see our pattern here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but kind of see like the line right here. These are where like the two windows meet. This is kind of like the access that I would have over, and you can definitely do a whole window or so there. So I'm actually going to cut that out and just leave it as a roll. And that size right there would be able, oh dang, got caught. But so from right here all the way down, this size can actually do a whole back window or some quarter windows. So just keep that access, save the scraps, or practice on something else. So right now, since my cut is right here, if you can see that faint line is coming along right here by my finger. So what I'll do is I'll press the number, I'll press I'll press slow and I'll press down, and so it'll feed the film out a little bit longer. So and it's not cutting at all. So now that it fed through, you can see the two corners of my windows right here. Hopefully you guys can see that there's one, there's two. And so you see this little gray divot right here. Follow that all the way right here. This kind of little channel is what I use to go ahead and cut this whole piece off. So that's what I kind of use. But before we do that, let me bring you on to an important part, and that is the peel board that we have set up right here. So let me go ahead and set you guys up and then show you guys how I clean it and get it prepped. Okay guys, so kind of for like this next step, we'll be cleaning the peel board. And obviously you will want to have your peel board kind of close to your machine or so, or your car that you're doing. You're seeing dirt behind the glass. It's just kind of where the guys drilled it. I wish it honestly looked a little bit better than that, but that's kind of what we got to work with. So right now we're gonna spray the glass with our solution, you know, however big the pattern is, and we're gonna clean the whole board just to eliminate any contamination that we could get on the window, transfer to the window from the peel board. So real quick, in this bottle, I have some Johnson & Johnson baby soap mixed with some distilled or purified water, one of the two. I'll show you guys that here in a second, but we're gonna shake that up. We're gonna spray it down. And it doesn't matter if you're, it doesn't matter if you got like one side that you're doing. You might as well go ahead and clean the whole thing. Next up, we'll grab the scrubby pad. So this is kind of a huge XL scrubby pad that I use. Some of these I use actually for detailing cars too. So if you've seen any of the other videos, this is a great tool to use. It's a great tool to use, especially if you got that tan interior or even black interior and you want to get it super clean. You can even hit this with a razor blade too as well. If you're not, you know, a shop like mine where you're doing detailing and all this extra stuff like wraps and stuff where overspray can get everywhere, you can even, you know, go ahead and scrape it. But you can pretty much rub your hand, you know, across the whole glass, you know, and feel if there's anything. You can feel if there's anything poking out to you, you'll know right away. So next up, hopefully you guys can hear me too. Next up, we'll just grab just a regular squeegee or, you know, something of that sort. I usually just wet mine up just as it glides super easy. We're gonna start from the top and work our way down to the bottom, but we're not gonna pick it up. And it's okay if you pick it up. You'll just have to, you know, do it again just to make sure. If you guys ever seen those guys, those professional window cleaners, this is exactly what they do. And then I wouldn't worry about any of the water at the bottom. You're not gonna be going near this part anyway, so just quick swipe down. Now you see the glass is super clean, but let's just go ahead and do it again just to make sure. Because you always wanna make sure it doesn't hurt to do this. It's only gonna take an extra, you know, minute or so. Now, if you're wondering what that ruler is for, that ruler is for, you know, if you're hand cutting. Me, I don't plan on hand cutting. Or if I gotta do like a custom job, like let's say some commercial tinting, then that's when I pull that bad boy out. But so now we got this super clean. It's perfect. Now that I got those windows cut out over there, now I'm about to spray it, cut that film, and then just come lay it on here. So I'll show you guys that here in a second. Now keep in mind where you're spraying this too. You don't want to be spraying up to get anything that's like deep up in here, because I didn't clean all the way up there. I didn't clean the wood or nothing. So you kind of want to know the angle of your spray. You catch that? Okay, so we've got the windows cut out right there, as you can see on the pill board. Like I said, you want to kind of have it close to the car. But this is kind of perfect for me. Obviously, you have a good light so you can see everything. But first things first, you got to open up the doors. You got to definitely have the keys. Keep that key in there so you can roll up and down the window. And now what you want to have kind of like access to is the window moving up and down. So now we got to clean the window and make sure it's completely clean so we can put the tint on there. So same type of solution. You just want to spray it. Like I said, I just detailed this. So I'm actually spraying this whole trim right here and this upper. Not caring about it, you know, because we're going to wipe all that down, because the film could possibly touch those areas. So you want to wipe that down, especially this door right here, and make sure those are clean. So I'm waiting to get me a actual kind of like a door guard that goes over like that. So I'm just going to leave it here for now. But now we're going to start cleaning the window. Now, on these older cars, you can use razor blades and stuff like that. But on those newer cars, I've been hearing that the glass is pretty soft, so you don't want to use razor blades. You just want to use this. So, demonstration purposes, I'm not going to put you guys on anything, but like I said, this is my blade right here. And you'll just start scraping. Now, obviously, watch out for the stickers at the bottom. Customer might want to keep those. And you just go around the whole window, top to bottom, whichever way you want to do. Obviously, watch the rubber. You don't want to cut that. If you feel a slick spot, just stop over and go over it again. But this is kind of what you want to do. So now that we got that out of here, we're gonna take our scrubby, scrub this bad boy. And with this XL scrubby, I like it because it covers more ground real quick. And you try to get that up in those seals right there, so you can clean in between those seals. That's kind of why these edges are a little bit dirty. And you can swap this scrubby pad out, I want to say every 3 to 4 cars if you want. But anyway, this is a cleaning method, cleaning tool anyway, so it really should be no problem. I'm pretty tedious, so with the newer cars, you definitely gotta have the things, because you can't damage the leather or whatever they got right here. So I always just kind of wipe. I always try to stay on the up and wipe. And so now that we got that in here, we're gonna grab our tri-edge, and let's just kind of see what kind of room we got to go in here. So it's kind of tight, but it's not really. I'm getting that far into there, and if you can see, there's just dirt right there that I just pulled out. So right there on the edge, that's kind of how far I'm getting. So you just want to kind of see how far you got to go, how tight it is, how deep you have to go, what kind of room you got to play with, because sometimes the seals might be super tight, like that Ford Flex. If you guys watched that wrap video, that Ford Flex had a tight seal right here and right here. This one is kind of tight, but there's definitely room to play with. It's just tight around this corner right here, so I definitely got to watch that, or even roll the window down to where I can just put it in no problem. Haha! So right now we're gonna just stick our tri-edge in there, and then we're gonna flush it down. So just like that, that's how we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna just stick it in, pull that gasket back, and flush all the way down to the bottom. You want to flush it. Any contaminants that's sitting right there, you want to flush that down. Same thing over here. Flush all that down. Whole gasket. Flushed all that down. And I'm sorry if it's gonna be a long video for you guys, but I'm just trying to walk you guys through what I do, step by step wise. And I'm a little slower because I'm a little beginner as everybody else, but I've been making good way with this, so figure I'll show you guys who are below me trying to get into this. Kind of want to clean this multiple times. I always say 3 times, and you should. I always say 3 times. You should be good. 3 or 4 times, whatever you want to do. Watch where you're pointing this, because you're definitely gonna flush that down. And then we're just gonna take the razor blade. You don't want to curve it over the top, because that's where you're gonna damage the blade. You're also gonna bring dirt and stuff with it, but you want to just get right there. You might do it every now and then. You just gotta switch out the blade. And me being a shop, I got this on deck. Newer cars, again, I probably wouldn't do this because it's soft glass or it's double layered glass, but get up there and make sure all contamination is at bay. Now we're going to grab our towel we've been using, and we're actually going to wipe the top edge. So check that out. Crazy. Now what we're going to do is wipe the top edge of the glass. Check that out. Top edge of the glass. And where's the okay, there was a seal and there was the top edge right there. So avoid that top edge when you're spraying. Now it's time to get that bad boy out of there. Now that we got that, we got that good. We'll do one more squeegee just to be safe. Like I said, you done seen me clean this and squeegee it probably about 4 or 5 times now. Well, we are good. Okay, so now we're ready to go grab the, we're about ready to go get the film and shrink it. Align the bottom with it. And from here, we are going to make sure the film is flat. We're gonna grab our felt card from 44 Tools. We're gonna create our end. And now we are going to shrink the film. So just kind of pushing out some last minute water here. I'll grab my heat gun. I kind of pull up from the bottom right here a little bit. There is different methods to this. Obviously you can shrink on the peel board. I'm not too good at that yet. It's called like snap shrinking, where you pull the corners I use a method called double shrinking. So you can shrink the film once, but to really ensure that your film will stick to the window and be the correct size and curve to the window, you always kind of want to double check it. So hence double shrinking. So you're not really going to start at the top. That's not the main focus of it all. Obviously, it's going to be the bottom right here. So you'll start to see fingers pop up. And if you can see that finger right there, there's a finger right here, and here. You'll start to see them come up as I go over it. You see that big finger right there? You guys see that? It's right here. Shrink that thing down. Now, I'm not really going over shrinking methods or anything like that, or knowing what to look for in this video. I'm just showing you guys real quick. Now, it looks like this window is shrunk already, but Alright, it's shrunk already, but I'm gonna pull up again. Create my end, and we're gonna shrink some stuff back down. I'm going kind of fast because I kind of know what to look for. Anybody else, take your time doing this, because this part is crucial to you installing this window. Now that we got the window shrunk, the soap and the water has dried right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, hit these corners once again. Just to make sure my film can slip down there once I roll it up. Again, I'm watching that top edge. I'm looking to see where I'm spraying. Moving kind of fast here. We're going to tack it down. Now, we're not really just pressing too hard right here. We're just kind of tacking the film down. And now what we're going to do is make sure the film is getting tucked up in there just a little bit, so we can heat the top edge. Now what we're going to do is heat the top edge. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Am I still on? Yeah, I'm on. Now usually you want to do this with a torch because it's way better, but this is basically just heating the top edge to make sure it's tacked down. So we're pretty good there. Now it's time to roll out the window. But first, we're gonna make sure that it's nice and tight with our orange crush. We're gonna go over it with our towel. We use our tri-edge, wrap a towel around it corner so we can go up and collect any water and soap left over. Now we're gonna roll up the window. And here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring you guys around here real quick so you can see. Like I said, I'm trying to show you guys in real time. So now we're gonna just pull the rest of the liner off and kind of drop the window film inside. So we're gonna pull up like this. Remember, like I said, flush everything down. One hand holding the top just so it doesn't move. Peel from, whatever side you want. You'll see that backing paper come off of there. And as you can see, sometimes it might touch the sides. That's why we literally wiped them. And I detailed this bad boy beforehand. So next step, what we want to do, since we got these creases on the side, we want to kind of grab our film and kind of tuck it. So get my little tri-edge right here, sneak it up in there. And you could even do this method too. Scrunch it up like that. Don't go too hard on it, obviously. Try to get it up on there. Try not to let your fingers touch on the inside. Slide your tri-edge up in there. Be gentle with the film. Try to push this big finger out of here. Push the film into there. You can also tri-edge or the shank go up. I don't think the shank will reach that far, but my tri-edge is. Feed that film gently in there. If I had a GoPro, I would definitely show you guys what I'm looking at, but can't. But you can see, got it all down in there. Move those fingers and stuff to the bottom. Now we just gotta focus on this side. Take your time, be patient, focus one side at a time. Pull it back like this, tuck it up in there. Grab your tri-edge. Make sure your knee is on the door so you got a little help with resistance. And you guys probably won't be able to see this part, but I'll talk you through it. So I'm doing the same thing I did over here, my tri-edge. Sticking it through the gasket, pushing that film in there. Tucking this film down in the bottom. Where my shank just go? Sometimes you might need both of these, so you got your shank up in there. Coming from one side, the tri-edge comes from the other one, just to relieve that tension. And now we're good. Boom. Push all the water bubbles and stuff down. We got both sides done. And so now, let me go ahead and take you guys off of that view. Now you guys get to see this view of me kind of going over it and pushing the water out. So again, now that we got both sides tucked, looks real good. We still got a water line up in here, so we're just gonna spray the whole window. We're gonna grab our blue squeegee again because we're not pushing down all the water right away. Start from the middle, work outwards, both sides. And then when it comes down to this section, this bottom section right here, you wanna start from the middle and go down. It's kind of a method that they call cheating the fingers. So you won't have no fingers pop up. And boom. Now we got that done. That is officially a completed window right there, but you gotta make sure all that water is out, because it would look like it's clean and it's gone, but it can still be water in there, and you'll see it once it pops back up in the sun, because all the glue on the other side of this film isn't adhered right. So to do it again, but we're doing it with the big dog, Orange Crush. Now we're gonna grab this and hold on to it real tight, and we're gonna press these fingers out. So like I said before, I like to kind of get this thing wet, because I'm finna press real hard on this film just so it lays down correctly. And that's kind of what this tool is used for, you know? Again, down the middle, knee bracing the door. Try not to break the window, but we're putting a lot of elbow grease into this. Now time for the double check. We're gonna take our tri-edge and we are going to make sure we got everything on lock. Wipe that off. Go around those corners. Now you can use a paper towel or your clean towel again. I'm gonna go around with it. Make sure. Now we're not gonna just stick this in and pull it out. We're gonna stick it in, go down, and swipe at an angle to make sure we don't peel the film up. Just so we can get that the extra water and soap out of there. And we're not looking to kill the film here neither. So you see it got a little bit dirty. That happens. We're just looking to pick up extra water. Now that same window, now we just clean it. We inspect. Let's heat it up from the outside real quick. We're just double checking our work. Seeing what we got. I see a little bubble piece right here. So what I'm actually gonna do is use my gator blade, because I kind of like this thing. And hopefully you guys can see. Shoot, let me kind of bag you out. So drop it down a little bit. There's a little something right here that you can't see, but I got my heat gun on the outside heating it up. And now with my gator blade, I'm just gonna push it down. I'm gonna keep going back and forth on the bottom to see if any fingers pop up or any hairs or water bubbles. Just heat the whole film up. Obviously this works faster with the torch. But like I said, I'm just starting. I wouldn't feel pretty safe moving this torch around like this. It might burn the rubber, so. And bam. There we have it. We got a fully completed window right there. And last step of the day, spray away that bad boy. I'm actually running out of this, but I don't know if you guys are on those forums on Facebook, but I've been going forth and back about spray or isopropyl alcohol mixed 1-to-1 with distilled water, and a lot of people have said distilled water. So And the alcohol mix is better than spray weight because everybody thinks it's the best glass cleaner. It's the top dog and it can't be beat. And I honestly think it can be. But here we are. Yes, sir. 20% to match the back. Still see-through. Little thumbnail action. Let's go. So, hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys learned something from it. If you're a newcomer, if you're a pro, please leave me be. I'm just trying to get some views on YouTube. I'm just trying to get some views on YouTube like you, man. Come on, that's it. Add to my business, another revenue stream. Please just let me live. If my techniques wasn't up to par, or if I didn't say nothing or mention nothing about plotter and actually tinting the windows or whatever, didn't show too much. I think I showed a lot, but I don't know. Let me live, man. Please, man. I'm just a young kid trying to eat. But anyway, like I said, I'll cue that video up right after this one of me setting up that plotter. I think I got mine from Heat Press Nation or something like that. If you're looking at the Graphtec, just go ahead, search something. Try to find one that's pretty cheap relative in the price range, because I know there's some going for like $7,500. I think I got mine for $7,200. So that little cushion helped. And let's go out there and get it, man. Shit. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.